I'm Gene, and we're the makers of the XTorch.
We are seeking $150,000 in exchange for 10% of our business.
We need it most.
Sharks, let us break the ice and introduce you to the XTorch.
Whoa!
Man, settle down, Hercules.
Oh,
After
man.
more than 2 days of being frozen in a block of ice, it still works. The XTorch is a super tough, light and power device designed to handle even the most rugged of conditions. It is solar powered, rechargeable, and it has 3 functions. It works as a flashlight, a lantern, and a cell phone charger.
And I know what you're thinking, Sharks. Another solar flashlight. But the XTorch is so much more.
It can hold
Tell me
its charge
now.
up to 3 years in storage, supply up to 48 hours worth of light. It glows in the dark, and it even floats.
Best of all, our company donates at least 25% of our profits to our partners around the globe.
We want to see the XTorch in every home, workplace, and campsite in America, because when the power goes out, everybody needs reliable backup power.
So, Sharks, who wants to partner with us and help us light the world with the XTorch?
Ta-da!
So, how do you turn this on?
Oh, here, let me show you. Oh,
How do you
here's
turn
this
this on?
Okay, that,
It's great, but how does it work?
that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good sign. I feel like I would just feel around for a button, and then that would be how I turn it on, right? Like,
Yeah. Let's see
button
what
right
he's
here. It's
built
the
into
on-off
it here.
button.
At the top.
Press it down one time.
that has a power.
It's a freaking power button. It's got the power logo. I mean, come on, Lori. That's on you.
Yeah, that is on you, Lori. Sorry, but
And that's a flashlight. Press it again. That's a room lantern.
Whoa. Oh, I see.
Yep.
Wow.
And you press it a third time, and you get a table lantern.
Or a work lantern.
Or a reading lantern.
Oh, like this.
wow.
Yeah.
And if you notice, press it one more time, it all shuts off. See these little green lights here? It tells you exactly how full the battery is.
How long?
So one thing I hate about flashlights or devices that work like that, every time I turn it on, I got to hit the power button like 4 times to get it
To turn it back
cycle.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the. I mean, it's the blessing and the curse of having a simplified one button system, right? Maybe you have the switch, you have like a selector switch on the side, so it's like you select it and then you turn it on and off.
Yeah, but then those things wear out pretty quick. But so do the buttons. Once you depress them so many times,
And you're hitting it so many times to just turn it on and off.
Would take
Yeah.
to fully charge solar.
You stick it outside, take about 22 hours.
For a full charge. But if
22 hours, wow. But that's not that terrible, because you're not going to wait till it's dead to go out and charge it. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, 22 hours, where 10 hours of that, unless you're in Alaska, is
in the
dark.
dark.
So it's really going to take you 2 practical days in order to charge your flashlight.
Yeah, but only but you're not going to use the flashlight during the day, Larry. So you're not going to kill it all night. You're not going to leave it on all night.
Au
It goes in the
contraire,
dark.
mon frère. Au contraire.
Okay, all right. School me
When
then.
we had Snowmageddon here in Texas this year, we were using flashlights all throughout the day because guess what? We didn't have any power in our house. So we were having to use flashlights to even navigate through the house.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what you're saying is you need to buy 2 or 3 of these things. And I actually,
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not advocating the purchase of this product.
I bet you that they come through and say that the average customer buys at least 2 of them. So you can charge one while you're using it.
you can also charge it with electricity.
How long does it take you to charge that way?
Only 1 hour.
About 1 hour.
1
But
hour.
that's
Okay,
not all.
that's not
You
bad.
can charge your cell phone with it. With a USB cable, you plug it in. And
You could charge it from your car, use your car, charge that, and then you got the extra battery too. So you're,
you can charge your cell phone.
I like that.
We need a deal. Oh my God, they're having way too much fun.
Wow, I don't think very few pitches have I ever seen them actually dim the lights to show the flashlight or show the lighting product.
How many flashlights have been on here though?
Quite a few actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I don't recall.
Scary, especially Mr. Wonderful.
Look at this.
We're trying to make good TV here. Like, what can we do to make good, entertaining TV from a flashlight?
The producer's like, look, this one's a flashlight. So we're going to do something creative, guys. I want y'all each to do something different with it, okay? That'd be great.
Speaking of getting creative, as a two-time college dropout myself, Amelia Rose, I appreciate your comment that you wrote you had to write a paper about the one of the pitches for a class, and you used my video here on the Super Joe Pardo channel as a resource or as a source and quoted it. So I really, really appreciate that. It really does mean the world to me that somebody would think enough of what I do to not only use it in their businesses like they do all the time when I work with businesses literally all over the world, but to write a paper and quote it as a source. It seriously means the world to me.
Joe, I got to be honest, it scares me to death.
What?
Because,
why?
well, I mean, if you're thinking about somebody's watching this channel with my input and they're writing their, I don't know, thesis or whatever you call it for them fancy degrees, and they're using me as a resource, I think the professor's gonna be a little less than impressed.
Hey, we are the most useless channel on YouTube.
That's what they say.
Sure.
That's what they say. Yeah, I've heard it.
This is the table lantern.
So,
Okay, best flashlight in the world. How much does it cost?
It costs $55.95 on our website, and it costs
55. Say it again.
That's a weird price.
$55.95 on our website. It costs us about $18.50 to manufacture, but in our next manufacturing cost, it'll cost us $14.
Gina,
Okay.
can I have a couple questions?
Please.
Yes.
Most important, you started Hola,
yes.
but I can't tell if you're Latin American. Where are you from?
I am from the Dominican Republic.
Dominican.
I grew up in the Dominican Republic, so
True.
I experienced the lack of light. And I'm sure because you grew up in Mexico, power outages
Yes.
are very common in Latin American countries. How did you come up with this?
They're common in California too, and Texas
Well,
apparently.
Fair enough. That's almost a Latin American country in and of itself. So let's just be honest here.
I lived in Africa for a year. We were working with a food distribution NGO.
Where in Africa were you living?
I'm sorry?
Equatorial Guinea.
And they speak Spanish there. He came to visit there too, and I got really sick. They didn't know if it was dengue or malaria. They didn't know what it was.
So I was there, and these doctors came in and they said, hey, we don't know what this is, but she's dying. So they put an IV in her. She's under this mosquito net. There's no power in this whole community. And they give me this bag full of different colored pills and says, you have to give your fiance, the love of your life, these medications, or she's going to die. I'm in the middle of the night trying to read Spanish. My Spanish was about this big at that time. I got this little pink flashlight, and I'm pounding it against the wall so I could figure out what pills to give her at what time. And then after a while, that flashlight, of course, we've all had this experience, you end up throwing it away. So I ended up with a candle trying to read all of this stuff. She's like taking her last breath. Well, the end of the story is that
Apparently
she
not.
survived.
She's standing there.
Yeah, right. Long story short. It's just long story short. Long story short. Long story short. It's awesome that she survived, obviously, unless she's like The Walking Dead, hanging out on Shark Tank. Which, hey, that makes for good TV, right? So
Okay, look, they're gonna be pitching a flashlight, so we need somebody like that's dead. That'd be kind of cool to help, produce some TV here.
yeah, right. I think there's a cool product. Definitely got to get that cost down quite a bit there, because if they're gonna sell at retail, it's gotta fit that. So yeah, $14 would definitely be a lot closer to where they need to be. But if they could push it down even further, that would be great. I think it's a neat product. I think that
It's a neat product, but that retail price point too of $55.97, is that what he said? I mean, that's a weird price.
it is a weird price. That is a weird price.
That was the motivation to make this unit.
That may be the most dramatic reason for the birth of the flashlight.
So how is yours different than any other flashlight out there? Or is it?
Don't get us started on that.
All right, I'm
Tony.
getting
Oh,
This is not
you
a
got her
flashlight. This is a
started.
solar power, rechargeable light and power device that's used around the world in the most rugged conditions you could possibly imagine.
Otherwise known as a flashlight.
No.
Or a candle. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah, but the thing is to me, one of the great things here is being able to charge it and it being able to hold I forget how I should have wrote how long it can hold that charge, but it was
in that ice for 2 days. It was in the ice for 2 days.
Ice for 2 days, yeah, but it could hold, you charge it and it can sit on the shelf. I think they said for like a year.
It was
It'll
a while.
hold a charge.
I know he
that
said it, but
is great, because one of the worst things about having like all these USB batteries that I have is keeping them charged and making sure that they're ready at a moment's notice, like in case the power goes out and we need to like plug in phones or plug in extra lights or whatever it is. So having that opportunity to just be like, charge it and then just sit it on the shelf, because I don't go camping. So, I mean, that'll probably change. I probably will have to start now that the kids are getting older and they want to go camping, but Robert.
That's a power device that will keep you safe and your family.
So it's a device formerly known as a flashlight.
Is it an emergency light?
Listen, you go down and you buy this $10 flashlight at your hardware store. You bring it back. Tell me, is it going to work as a lantern, a table lamp?
No, but a $55 device might.
Gene, I don't think that's the point.
Where my head goes with this is it's a flashlight, but I think
Come on. It should not be happening. I mean, well, see, she's laughing.
I mean, what do you
She's
want?
laughing.
You
So
can dress it up however you want. It is a flash. I mean, that's it. It's a flashlight with a USB port. It's nothing more.
Well,
I mean,
and solar charging.
And solar charging. Oh, that's
Hey,
great. I have
that's a
solar
big
lights in my
deal,
garden,
like-
and those work really, really well. So
Mine have all died. In fact, I have a box,
Exactly,
a box that I bought
exactly.
from Home Depot from forever ago that it need to go out at some point. It's just been gathering dust. But anyway, I think they wanted $150,000 for 10%. It doesn't seem like anybody's really that interested, because they're all just kind of, it doesn't mean as much to them as it does to them, right?
they weren't even moved by the story. The story.
No.
I mean,
And maybe it's
granted,
'cause of the
that's
way
a
he
tragic
told the
situation.
story.
I think I don't think he's the best storyteller.
No,
but at the same
I kinda get that
time,
impression.
very inspirational story, very devastating to go through what he went through, but to sit and try to use that as the motivation to build a flashlight, I don't even know that I'm buying it. I don't feel that emotional connection to the flashlight and his traumatic event that he went through.
Well, let's break that down for a second, because the story was a powerful story, but he didn't tell it the right way, because he cut right to the chase. Anyway, long story short, she lived. Obviously, she's still here. And it's
Actually, he
okay,
said she took her last breath.
she took her last breath, and then she's actually here. Surprise!
What
a twist!
What are you doing here?
What a twist!
Where did you come from?
I don't. You're right. So, if he didn't tell the story in a way that left an impact. And if you want to learn how you can tell better stories, maybe you should work with our man Larry Roberts here. Larry, tell the super entrepreneurs who you are, what you do, and how they can reach you.
I create flashlights. No, I don't. I really don't. I create podcasts. But no, my name is Larry Roberts. I'm the host of the Readily Random podcast, and I also own Readily Random Media. And if you have a story, if you have a brand, you have a business, and you want to get the word out, I tell you what, one of the best vehicles for it today is a podcast, and I can help you start your very own podcast, get your message out, gain your following, gain your audience, and get the word out about your business. So hit me up, readilyrandom.com, and let's work together.
Absolutely, you should. And I am Super Joe Pardo. If you want to grow your business's profit, get my free Profit Rocket guide by going to superjoepardo.com/rocket and download, or it'll send right to your inbox. It's superjoepardo.com/rocket to get 5 proven methods that I use when I work one-on-one with businesses on growing their profit. If you want to get at me, hey, I'm in the comments all the time. Just go into the comments like Amelia here and write something nice, or write that we're the most useless channel on YouTube. Either way, I appreciate it, because that means that you're taking your time and spending it on me and Larry here to make YouTube like us more. Anyway, it's at Super Joe Pardo on all their social media. Now let's see if they can light the path to a deal.
Oh, you're so witty.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, they're laughing
The
too.
community and ask them what they think. Okay, guys. So obviously this is a marketing play, right? Because other people are going to say theirs is the best, yours is going to be the best. The difference is in how you market it, right? So Tell us what you're going to do there.
Well, right now, of course, we are in 30 different countries.
You are already.
That's right. We are working with nonprofit organizations who use this to help individuals who suffer without
Do you
life and
sell
power.
it to the nonprofits? Or do you give it to
Well,
them?
we used to sell it to the nonprofit, but we changed our business model.
Are you a charity or are you a business?
No, we are both.
So,
We are
okay, so you used to sell to the NGOs. Now you went commercial. You want to sell these to everyday people.
Yes.
We want to go to a brick and mortar, and before, when our cost was higher, we didn't have a comfortable margin to get into brick and mortar.
I would like to just get to what you sold last year.
Last year, we sold $53,000 worth of product.
53,000?
Yes,
And then this year,
boy.
what do you think?
90,000.
90,000.
So far, year to date, or that's what you think you'll do?
That's what we think we'll do.
How much have you done year to date?
36,000.
Toy.
When you started with the NGOs in 30 countries, when you were selling to them, not giving it to them, what were your sales then?
About 30,000 for the whole year.
For the whole year?
Yep.
Is there anything proprietary
That's tough.
in this tech?
That's tough.
We went out and bought every single flashlight, lantern, cell phone charger, solar panel out there and took them apart. And we took all of the bad stuff and we threw it out. And we kept the good stuff.
But Gene, I give you credit.
But
You
hang
do
on,
better
Mark.
than anybody of talking around a question and not answering it.
You tell me what.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, I'm look. The sales are not. They're not super impressive. I mean, if they had come in and said, we did 153,000 last year, and our goal at this point is like 390,000 this year, because then at that point you're showing growth, and you're selling a whole lot of them. That's a shame.
Flashlight.
But but look, your flashlight ain't going in the ice for 2 days. I mean, I don't know
just a
why it would be, but
It's a flashlight created by David Blaine.
open up that
magic
avocado.
flashlight.
See that avocado over there? Open that avocado up. How did it? Oh my God! What was it? Harrison Ford was like, "Get out of my house!" After that trick, he was like, "You're not welcome here."
The question
Is there anything proprietary?
what is proprietary, for example, is see these little buttons right here in the front lens? Those are actually lenses in there that we designed.
So you're saying that's proprietary to you?
No, but we designed it. The firmware we designed.
So I feel like you're not answering the question. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but
Absolutely.
Do you have a patent or not?
Well, then maybe they should just ask that question, and maybe they did, and nobody's.
They don't have a patent.
Got cut out.
He's dancing around it too much. They don't have a patent.
I would like to know what they would have a patent for. I mean, it's kind of like the iPod, right? Like all those technologies already existed that went into the. I mean, for the people watching this that know what an iPod is at this stage of the
Back
game.
in my day, we used to listen to an iPod.
Yes, and we had wires on all of our headphones because there wasn't. You didn't have a choice.
I still have wires because it makes me feel like I'm back home. Love my wires.
Yeah, I hate wires. I can't wait till they're all gone. But okay, so where was I going with this?
Something about an iPod, and
So,
you were
yeah,
driving
so
the
it's
plane
like,
home.
Okay, the point is that an iPod, all the technology that went into an iPod already existed. Apple just put it all into one device and sold it as an iPod.
And now we have an XTorch.
Meaning you own the rights to it and nobody else can use
Is
it.
it intellectual property?
No,
Do you
it's
have
Was an iTorch already not? Was that already taken?
a patent
maybe.
on it?
I don't have a patent on it.
this
Or maybe
product
Apple
has
went, you know
merit,
what?
good
There's enough
functionality.
flashlights in the world. They
Yeah.
went, we can invest our time and effort someplace else.
I think there was an app called iTorch back in the day, like when apps
I
first
think there
started.
was. That sounds familiar.
Because
yeah.
before there was a flashlight like built into your phone.
Yeah.
As a feature, it was that you had.
Back
I think
before
iTorch.
they had the torch in the phone, we used to have an app that made your screen light up real bright, and it was called an iTorch.
It's way too expensive. The way to make money with this is to figure out a way to go direct to consumer, online only, forget retail, $29.95. That's probably the magic price. There's no other way because you are
Yeah,
in an
$29.95
incredibly
is.
And they can do it. They could do it. They absolutely could do it if they get down to $14 landed, and they probably could go way lower than that if this is the sales that they have so far. So they probably could get their cost even further down to maybe $12, $11, and go $29.95. Get the profit margin that they're looking for, and kill it. Just like you.
Yeah, but
should
how
be
do you
thinking,
compete? Go ahead, Joe.
Look,
I ruined it. I ruined it. I was
by smashing it down below so we can get this video into the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Sorry, go ahead.
All I was going to say before I rudely interrupted the smash the like button. So y'all go do that. Smash that like button. Let's get that out there. There it is right there. Smashed again. I was asking, how are they going to compete against the Colemans and the Evereadys and all the big lantern people? I mean, Coleman definitely owns the market. So you're going to tell me that Coleman doesn't have a product similar to this? I haven't done any research because I have flashlights. But if I was, I think I would just default to a Coleman. I mean, I would just go, okay, I know Coleman makes good stuff.
Yeah, but they probably doesn't last the way that they, obviously they did their research. So I would like to think that there's some shortcomings to the Coleman version of the XTorch.
I'm going to find a Coleman version of the XTorch, and I'm going to do a follow-up video.
I bet you that Coleman torch is probably expensive too.
$19.95.
No, really, that cheap?
I have no idea. I just made that up.
Competitive space. I think 29. It might even have to be 19. I don't know till we test.
See, needs to be $19.95.
I don't need a job. I'm busy. I want you to do this. I want you to say, make money. Please say it.
Okay, make money.
Make money. I'm out.
Okay.
Dang, dude. Oh, so much for anger management. That was vicious.
That was vicious.
Mr.
But he
Wonderful.
didn't tell him to stop. He just said, you guys have to be more focused on making money, not worrying so much about the nonprofit, and he gave him the path, right? I mean, and it makes sense. You already got your next shipment at $14 a pop, right? And apparently, I mean, well, we'll check out their website after the pitch wraps up. So make sure you stick around for that.
Consideration.
You've got a great product, but you've got to be able to sell that product. And you haven't been able to demonstrate yet by your sales or anything you've said that you have a path and a plan where you're going to be able to blow these things out, right? So for those reasons, I'm out. I'm in complete agreement. I like the...
Well, Larry, if this product was $30, would you be more interested in it?
Yeah, I would. I honestly, I love the product. I think the product has a lot of functionality. The various different types of lighting features that it has, I think is great. I know that during our Snowmageddon here in Texas this year, we were struggling to charge our devices. And every time, because we would have power sometimes for like 30 minutes at a time, and it would come on and then go off for 24 hours. And during that 30 minutes, we were scrambling through the house, going everywhere, trying to charge our devices. We got them charging over here, charging. So having something that holds a charge for an extended period of time and being able to charge our other devices with that product, that would have been a great lifesaver. I mean, it would have been a practical application. So yeah, I mean, it serves a great purpose, but in the end, what differentiates them from everybody else out there? Why is their price point so high? And
it'll be marketing, right? That's what they need to do. They need to get the marketing.
I just think the name is terrible too. I mean, XTorch. It almost sounds like an X-Man. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really sound like a product that's just going to be flying off the shelves.
It doesn't roll off the tongue either.
Yeah.
Product. I think it's a good product, but would I pay $60 for it? I don't think so, and for that reason, I'm out.
A multi-millionaire, if not billionaire, just said I wouldn't pay $60.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $60 for it either. I mean, you can buy a power converter to use in your car and charge multiple devices to avoid the situation that we had. And I have invested in...
As long as you have fuel. As long as you have fuel, because I almost made that mistake as well. So I found myself having to ration the use of the car and just turning the car on because I learned a lot during Snowmageddon. But my point is, at that price point, there are other alternatives that you can invest in and even have more functionality than what's contained in this wonderful new device. Yeah, and hey, as entrepreneurs, we are always learning. If we're not growing, then we are dying, and that is what this couple here needs to embrace here as they are falling quickly out of favor.
Oh, no, por favor, danos una oferta.
What she said. What did she say?
She said, "Por qué?"
Make sure Robert gives us a good offer.
Katie, the sales are awful. There's just a lack of understanding of how to get this to the market. You either have
I thought he was going to say that a lack of understanding of how to turn it on, a la Lori.
the world's toughest torch and go higher end, or be the world's best low-end flashlight with some features. You're kind of in the middle. You can't be in the middle. You're going to get crushed. I love the product, but I don't want to be your partner. I want to buy the entire company. Whoa.
Oh boy. That's
3 Sheen and Kate in their solar-powered light.
that's a powerful pitch there. There's a powerful flashlight there. He's about to blind him.
XTorch.
I was not expecting that.
I don't want to be
I
your
wasn't
partner.
either. I am
Let's see.
really
Okay,
surprised.
So let's see. How much is he going to offer to buy the whole company?
500,000.
You think he'll even go that high?
Not really, but I was trying to be generous.
I mean, I could see.
No,
I
he'll do
don't
that.
even want to say $1 million because it's probably not $1 million. It probably is closer to the 500,000, but he might actually go closer to 400,000.
Buy the entire company. Whoa. I'll give you 400,000.
Boom! Look at Joe
100%
Pardo
of the
giving
business.
business advice.
We would take $1 million.
Whoa.
We have connections and credibility with nonprofit organizations all the world.
But you
all around
don't
the
have sales, Gene.
world. We don't have sales because
Yeah.
we have been timid in pursuing that because it's just us. We've done no marketing.
Sales is not for the timid. Sales is a contact
That's why we
sport.
need a partner. That's why we need a mentor to help us. We need.
I
So
can't
they said 1 million. You had said
I can't get to 1 million. I would go up to 500,000.
Wow.
Thank you, Joe.
It got interesting all of a sudden.
Seriously,
Well, maybe
Gene,
what
this is
I
not
have
for
to
the
say
timid.
might help you with your decision.
Please.
I think it's a good product. It's clever. You took all the things that you thought somebody would want, almost like a Swiss Army knife. You put it all into this. I think the problem for me comes with that there's a lot of competition out there that, you probably do really big things.
Yes, but
and they're
and
very, very powerful.
But
It's just
we-
not investable
Okay,
for
but
me.
in what
I'm
regard
sorry.
do you?
Oh, I thought she was actually going in the opposite direction there.
Well, yeah, and she may have been until this one here. She started chatterboxing over, and it might have pissed her off.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know because things get cut, and ends up so it's tough. And she looks disappointed because maybe they wanted, Lori to go on QVC and blow it up.
I think they think that it's a great QVC product.
I
think
it
with a
is.
different logo, if they had a logo that kind of looked like, I don't know, like maybe a Scrub Buddy logo or something that was fun and colorful and bright, with a nice little font, I think that would help a lot. It would really help it set itself apart from some of the other products that are similar in the marketplace.
I think it's also about talking about the avatar. I think that's part of the issue. Like they were saying, Robert was kind of saying, like, you're kind of in the middle and you're going to get crushed. And the reason that they're in the middle is because they're trying to appeal to both the emergency people and the camping people.
Yeah.
And I feel like they really, because they're so small, they really should just hyper focus in on one of those two markets, whatever market they're going to make, to target their marketing towards. A new logo. I mean, come on, Larry. We both know a new logo is not that hard to get, right?
No, but didn't they
any
use
of
this
those
on-
sharks could make that happen overnight like that.
Is this what they used on Avatar when they were on that planet? Is that what Jake Sully used? Was when he was traipsing through the jungle? If he had this torch, he probably would have been accepted into the Yahwehs, and he would have been able to take over the planet.
I'm gonna give you some digs just for knowing that the dude's name was Jake.
Katie, there's nothing proprietary. There's no IP.
So why do you want it,
$40,000
Robert?
to $50,000 in sales.
So why would you buy it?
I see a vision of it. I do see a branding exercise with it. Gene, are you saying no to my offer?
750,000.
Oh,
That's all.
Bam.
That's as low as we would go right there.
I'm sorry, no, there's no way I'm going up to that.
So what are you going to do, Robert?
Oh, I'm definitely out.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Congrats on your
That
success.
sucks to hear.
They should have took that $500,000 and went on about their
We
business.
feel like
And
we have
found
the best
something else.
device in the world.
We're not ready.
They should have took the
to say,
$500,000.
Yes, here, take our baby away from us. No, we wanted to be part of the process. We wanted to grow the company with a mentor, with a partner.
$500,000? Are you out of your mind?
I like the product.
Like, come on.
Oh, here we go.
You want
Yeah,
how
don't
much?
forget, guys, it's a flashlight. Let's make it interesting. No, but I think it would have been if they would have sold it for the $500,000 and went on as maybe advisors or brand pioneers or something for the company. I think they still could have been a part of its growth and development, but they should have took that $500,000 and had a great day.
Yeah, I maybe push them down on the percentage to get just so they could retain like 20% of it or something to that effect. Probably would have been better. So they're selling it for $49.95, which I'm guessing they got their price down to $14 by the time this aired. I like the fact that they got faces. I don't know. You're still kind of all over the place, right? Like you're showing like, oh, you can work on your car, you could charge your phone as a hipster out in the rugged thing going on. You can charge it from the backpack. I would go deeper with the branding and try to really niche in on one of those things. So we're pulling up all their social medias here. Let's see if we can get. Let's see how it works as seen on Shark Tank. So, cool.
They were definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. So, yes, they were there. So it's just definitely nice, neat uses for sure. So they have 391 likes, and they have their Shark Tank preview video, I guess, here.
That was actually kind of cool when he broke it out of the ice, though. I mean, that was
right.
That was a fun demonstration.
Where is that here on the website? Like, okay, yeah, it's there, like, kind of on their as seen on Shark Tank thing, but like, where is that? Like, that should be like a video playing right there. Him just smashing it out of an ice cube, giant
that was
ice
exciting.
Cube. Yeah, so here on there's their Instagram. 582 followers that's pretty good. For being a smaller brand, especially with such a great mission. I love the mission. I think. Yeah,
I love the humanitarian side of it. I think what they were doing was great. I think their mission there is
they definitely had either one of them is a professional photographer or they are paying for a professional photographer because these are some really good photos, for sure. So yeah, no, that looks great. Let's see, they're on Pinterest with all the different ways to use their product. But again, I feel like you really got to go niche. Here's so they have a handful of views, only five subscribers. But I mean, it's just a place for them to host these videos. But why are these videos not like shared on the? Maybe it's under the features. I feel like you could do a better job of this. This is, like maybe do like a 3D rotation
video or something. Yeah,
something. It doesn't. Yeah, that you don't have to read or hear in order to make it work. But then like you're back at the camping thing. Here's one video. So I feel like they could definitely use some help on the website side of things. They sell it on Amazon. They got 67 reviews. It's already unavailable. See, I knew we should have bought one. If you're not watching the preview videos that go live days ahead of time, then Larry, I guess you aren't getting one anytime soon.
Bummer.
Darn it. But let's just see some of the reviews.
But see, look at the competitors, and that's kind of that's interesting in and of itself.
So that's $135 Goal Zero Lighthouse, 400 lantern, and USB power hub. These are expensive.
Those are really, but scroll down to the bottom and you have the side-by-side comparisons with price points. There you go. Let's see what we got.
There's a solar
here.
Flashlight for $20. It's just a flashlight.
And USB rechargeable tactical multifunction torch emergency tool with window breaker, seatbelt cutter, and a compass. That's like a Rambo survival knife all in one for $20.79. 2,600 reviews. People are loving it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a really good comparison to the XTorch.
Why is that? Other than it has, it's just one type of flashlight.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're in a situation, it is nice to have different types of flashlights. When we don't have power at the house and stuff. Let's check out some of the one negative review. My XTorch quit working on a New Zealand trip last month. No idea why, and I can't get it to charge either. But in either method, 19 people found this helpful, and they did not respond to this review. And that's why I always say, like, you gotta respond. You're not gonna change the guy, but at least you, or girl, but you have an opportunity to say, hey, let's make it right for you. Let's get you an XTorch. Let's and then the person that sees it, like me watching this video, Larry, creating this video, we have something to go off. All I see is it quit working on this person, and 19 people found that helpful to make their decision.
And in New Zealand, no less. I mean, you don't want anything going wrong in New Zealand. It's a gorgeous country.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's any reviews that at these other stars. But look, a lot of people seem to like it, and apparently aren't having problems with it. I think it's great. I think it just, you got to try to get the price down on it. That's the number one thing. I think if you got this down to like between $20 and $30, $25, I could totally see picking one up. If nothing else, to just charge it and leave it on my shelf for when the power, because the power goes out here like once or twice a year. But you know where the power never goes out? Down on that like button.
In heaven.
When you smash it and turn it blue, it stays blue. It's incredible how that happens. And it helps the YouTube algorithm figure out that more people need to watch this, like super entrepreneurs like yourself. So please do that. Please get subscribed so you never miss another Biz Coach Reacts video. For Larry Roberts, I'm Super Joe Pardo. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.